Our first lesson today is about graphing inequalities. When you graph an inequality, that just means that you tell every number that could possibly be a value for your variable, and you put it on a number line. So with this first example, we have x is greater than -2. So we want to show on a number line all of the numbers that could be greater than -2. So if I have a number line, and I have -2 on it somewhere. We don't need to start at 0. You can just put -2. You could put it anywhere on the number line. And then numbers that could be greater than -2. I'm just going to put numbers that could be greater than -2. So -1 is greater than -2. 6 is greater than -2. 100 is greater than -2. 13 is greater than -2. So I want my number line, I want to shade in all of the numbers that are on that side of -2. So all of those numbers, let's see, if I had -1, it would be right here, 0, +1, +2, all of those numbers would be on this side of -2. So I know that my line is going to need to go this way to show all of those numbers. And then I also need to put a dot on the number 2. So we have two options. We either have an open circle, which means that -2 is not an option. So anything up until -2, but not exactly. So this is an open dot, and that is just greater than or less than. And then we also have a closed dot. And when you have a closed dot, that means that your answer is an option. So when you have a closed dot, that would mean you have a greater than or equal to symbol or a less than or equal to symbol. Since we have just a greater than symbol, that means x can be greater than -2, but it can't be exactly -2. So I want to put an open circle on -2 and then shade in everything that's greater than -2. So we have two things to think about. We have the dot, whether it needs to be open or closed, and then which way our arrow needs to go. So our next example is x is less than 6. So just by starting out, I can think of all kinds of numbers that are less than 6. I know 1 is less than 6. I know 4 is less than 6. I know -3 is less than 6. And all of those numbers would be on this side of the number line. I'd start here. This would be 5. This would be 4. This would be 3. This would be 2. And I would keep going forever and ever and ever. So I know my line is going to need to go this way. All of these numbers are less than 6. And my symbol is just less than. So that means that if it's less than 6, that means it could be 5.9 or 5.99999, but it cannot be 6. So I need an open circle on 6, and then I can color in everything below that. Next example is x is greater than or equal to 17. So numbers that are greater than 17 could be 18, 19, 20. So all of those numbers are this way, this direction. And for an open circle or a closed circle, I would need a closed circle because 17 is greater than or equal to 17. 17 is equal to 17, so 17 would be a possible answer. Our last example, x is less than or equal to 0. 0 would be right in the middle. And numbers that are less than 0, -1, -2, -3. So I would shade in everything on this side. Sometimes people also, I'm going to show it this way, sometimes people also put the arrow above the line. That's fine as well. It doesn't have to be directly on the line. And then our circle would be a closed circle because 0 is less than or equal to 0.